this is a real game, a clash of play styles.
So this starts off here for Paper Rex. Kang going to be taking that first contact and the first kill. Make it 2. Classic in hand. Quick little upgrade.
And that's Jing and Forsaken, destroyed. The stun off Smoggy so good.
Instant reaction out towards San. Got fault line pushing them all the way through here. Just gonna try to get themselves into the side as well, but the crossfire is too damn good. Divide. Last one standing, run and gun. Kang.
Here replacing something in this event at the moment. And also just breach on Fracture. So incredibly impactful. Watching Smoggy play, they have so many different setups.
This kind of one-trick style of EDG where it's all aim, no brain. It's not really the case anymore. I mean, EDG have had that evolution as a team. Large part of it comes down to the supported detail. Smoggy always being able to set them up. They can slow down the pace as well whenever they need to. General game plan for this round, though. Paper Rex got their eyes set on the ult orbs. Try and get some of those going early on.
And against Loud, EDG were going for these pushes in the mid-round a ton. Paper Rex's comp still has the Killjoy. So Devi, at some points in these rounds, is going to be able to give them information about pushes happening. But EDG was setting up for so many flank retakes.
Flash right into the face of Howdong. Overwhelming him with sheer numbers. Nobody playing all the way back into spawn, but head ripped off from Divide. He flipped the map ever so slightly, spraying them down with the Spectre in hand. Chichu seeking to contain. Think of it as well.
Both sides.
Here we go. Fight to be taken towards a horse. Fault line for a fault line. Util still. Smoggy playing close behind the box. It's a dangerous spot to play, and he's just caught the back of someone's head. No one's watching it. All the way through this, and Smoggy just taking names away from them. Kang with the follow-up. 4 players fall into horse. It's left up to Divide with the 4-1 split. Not really a possibility. Kang going for that jump spot. Expending the blades. Wants the kill though. Shotgun in his hand. This is pure disrespect. Desperate for the kill.
He still is 8-0 right now after 3 rounds. But getting the other players online is, to me, the biggest win condition for EDG. Kankan's like that reliable top fragger you always know he's going to... That's when EDG look capable of taking down anyone in the corner.
Oh, here's a fight immediately. It's tower pressure. That was the name of the game for Paper Rex here. Howdong was really caught out of position, but the rifle's still stunned her. Shoot. Enough bullets hitting their mark. Tower is compromised. They seek to try and re-clear this one. Did not expect Forsaken to already be up onto that angle. So rifles exchange of the hands here.
But like I said, EDG love to push on the defensive side.
Oh,
and they're
wow.
completely caught Forsaken. There is also another push on the south side of the map. Nobody getting in there. So this is down to a 2v2 where they know the positioning of both attacking players.
It's a series of individual 1v1s. I'm pretty close. Shot fired. Gonna force the fight here. Don't know where the second player is, just in the middle of all of this. Nobody buying time as well for Smoggy to try and get into position.
Paper Rex are going to be given these fights. That perhaps a little too quick from Kankan, but didn't quite realize.
Big cyber levels. Got to tone it down ever so slightly. So again, still with the death ball. Paper Rex taking all the space towards drop here. 4 players grouped up. Fast lane across. What area of the map do they want to play for? Satchel play from Jing. All the way. Pathing towards the top. Up and around. Flashed up onto the side. Jichu could not see it. Close to the corner. Howdong will not be able to even it out. He will fall. So massive advantage here for Paper Rex. Pace being the name of their game. Building up some massive ultimates on top of it to play this post plan. This is an important fight to win. With Mindfreak going down, they don't have the orbital strike. Could this still be winnable?
Jing, however, still has nade and showstopper. I don't really see how it...
Hold your tongue here, Josh, please. Fight taken! Kang! You are ridiculous, son! Dash forwards, he knows that he's made the winning moment a potential reality over the top. Jing seeking to even it out and shut it down into the 1v1 Nanoswarm. A defeat of Smoggy. Hoping to force the fight. Divine knows he doesn't need to wide swing it, doesn't need to face it. The util will do the work. Off to the fuse. No chance in hell for Smoggy. So a round win for Paper Rex, but my God, you just never know, John.
To make about Kankan. All of these rounds are doable. It's a bit of a gimme onto CGRS. That's kind of inexperience at play, but the kill on Forsaken is nothing short of magical.
I mean, ducking down to lower the head hitbox at the moment.
And that clearly not quite the game plan for EDG.
Again, such a similar game plan. Stuns rattled across arcade control. They want to try and push them out of tower. Rolling Thunder, nobody is in such a dangerous predicament. There's a Rolling Thunder used in exchange of that. Trying to peel for him. Push back. 4v4 though. Just the kills exchange. They don't actually have space onto the site to try and get this plant down. So PaperX waiting for the util. Now making a play for it. The flash repeat and taking the fight straight up though. Crossfire setup is a little bit too good here for EDG. On point with it.
PaperX not using their timing as the smokes were up.
Yeah, here we go. Almost there.
And now Haodong has Orbital Strike.
Yeah, important to give away. CGRS being asked to fill in for this roster. Now asked to fight against EDG in a 1v3. Got a hope for the jump peak, forcing the fight. Fault line is quite good. Go down. So that's a spike and 40 seconds left. He could take this into a different direction. He's thinking about it. Goes for the noise cut, trying to bait the movement with the rotation. Players are weak.
30 seconds left.
It's just impossible unless he gets the plant down very quickly.
There's the plant. Stuck down. Extension in the round, but yeah, has to force out these fights. Aftershock, wide out in the open. EDG biding their time in that one, making sure to play it with some patience.
But notice how EDG's game plan is to pounce back upon the attacking players, and this applies to both sides of Fracture. But you see, I think Shishu it was there, hard anchoring with Kankan to support. And then the other players coming stun ult off turret contact. They ran this same play against Loud.
Turret takes it, here's the fault line, here's the orbital strike. CGRS will be able to just walk out of danger. Space already granted to him as well. Forsaken's going to be pushing forwards. There's a flash over the top as well. They haven't cleared close to the corner though. Chu with the rifle. Smoke as well. No one's anticipating him to be this pushed up. And he gets out surely over the top. King, the satchel play, the movement's clean. And an attempt of a punish for the smoke again is shut down. Here's the lockdown now.
Look at the timing Kankan's got behind them.
Okay, with the knives.
These flanks are so quick.
Spikes drop down, taking the kills, ripping it away from them. Any semblance of a chance, Devi. They know where he was, he just popped down his own ultimate. Kankan just hoping to take the fight. Here's a stun. Will there be the reface, the repeak? Not over the stepping. Devi though, forced out.
Ridiculous stuff that Kankan and Smoggy, nobody have been able to pull out. I think what's impressive is that they've been able to change their tempo coming into a big tournament like this. And they've had such great against a team notorious for their aim.
Yeah. Just going from strength to strength, this EDG squad. Here's another look.
Look how quickly EDG are moving.
Yeah, they're already pushing up through spawn. I mean,
they know it's not A.
They have given up a lot of control of A, but yeah, pretty obvious to them at this point. Stuns over and top. Chichu can't land the shots there. Spam onto the angles here with the Phantom. Enough to reset, and for Kankan to pick up two.
One enemy remaining.
Mind Freak, last one left. Smoke in his face that he propped up earlier, just using it to try and reposition. By time and some angles, yet it's adjusted by
hit. There's 4 people there. But it's just the read that EDG have got. I've been so impressed with Haodong's calling and his ability to pick apart teams that have been excellent.
With the guns online. It is a lot more slow and a lot more split across the map, the attack side.
Careful here.
Maybe they will seek to punish one of the deeper plays, but
when you make noise at all of the extremities like that, it's going to stop EDG from pushing out on defense.
Yeah.
And now PaperX need to capitalize on that by actually hitting a weaker site. We can see there's only 2 players now on B.
Smoke drop. Maybe being used. Chichu using a lockdown. Haodong close to Dice as well. Still holding his ground. Forces out the orbital strike. Not for an ult. Inside the smoke still. Devi. Chichu just wading right into that one, looking for a potential opening once more. Dash is now active. Plan's going down. No one's cleared Haodong. He was still close to Dice. Gets the damage onto the tower player. Not enough to reset the aim. Devi is in trouble though. Trailblazer needs to be broken. 23 health, 8 bullets. Firing this way. And now with the showstopper goes wide. No damage. Smoky, he's claimed 2. And Mind Freak, he's left alone in a 1v2. Spots it out. They lined up for him.
Spike down.
That round, so all over the place. I mean, PaperX really did try to make an adjustment out of the timeout, but in some we'll have to see if they can keep it up. Kankan pulling out the operator again, looking over towards Dish. Looks like contact and a flash play with a stun. I mean, very heavy trap setup towards Dish. nobody watching halls. Not that it matters, because Paper X are at tree.
Feels like Paper X is going to be granted a free site. And a swarms to delay, but skips right over with the satchel. Chichu has not been cleared out of tower. The rest of his team delayed as well, swinging through the smoke. Pushed back. Spike retreating now. Back towards tree, but Chichu really has just done enough.
That's the kind of free site that comes with some heavy terms and conditions.
Yeah.
You forget to read them and suddenly you're in debt.
That's that heavy anchoring style of EDG. It pays off.
That's what I'm saying. These guys are just, they're not playing retake. They're playing to fast flank and throw help utility and run through smokes and all sorts of stuff to try and make sure that they don't give the sights and don't allow Paper X to play post plants. It's a very different approach to most teams.
30 seconds left.
Hey, giving up though. Crossfire. Op angle, line of sight. Kankang as well, he's taking liberties with it. Drops down. Knows that the player plan to default. Smoke opens up the door. Now a watchful eye towards Drop. Misses the shot though. Updraft, Smoke in the face. Survives. Even a stun as well. Smoggy so supportive with the util. Enough to push Devi all the way back as well. Flick to the side as well. The precision just not quite there to land it, but still they've taken care of the horse player. Just Devi to deal with. And he was noted just that bit earlier, so EDG find themselves up to 7.
It almost surprises me now when Kankang misses a difficult shot, strike Devi for long enough for the rest of EDG to clean up. It's really Chishu that wins the round though by stopping them from accessing the B site and picking up 2 right from the beginning there. Just crazy stuff.
You're the most heavy opping players as well. What is it, like 20% of the time, Josh?
It's about 30%. Like if you're a really heavy op player, you'll have it in your hands about 30% of the time. He has it 46% on defense.
It's just an outlier. Look at the confidence he has holding this angle as a fault line pushing back as well. Space vacuums back up again. This Paper X seeking to also just push him back for just a moment, retreating, skipping and hopping, the bunny hops, just to get out of there. Rolling Thunder now pushes them all the way through halls, and a call is made to try and fight. Flashes dodge, Chichu, he's the one who's leading the charge of his team. Kankang going to be watching the one angle. They know that they've got them corralled deep to the south side of the map.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, he shuts it down, so Kankang was really getting away with a little bit too much. Finally punished for the hubris and might have just handed over a real chance, a real shot now of turning this round.
Major kills for Forsaken to get online, and the economy now looks phenomenal for Paper X, right? 2 Vandals and an Operator in this round where they had only brought in odds and ends. Smoggy hears nothing, and Howdong has cleared the whole of the north side.
30 seconds
They have Brimalt here to deny plant.
Yeah, the longer this takes, the worse it's going to look. Plant onto the corner.
Spike
Stuck.
planted.
There's an ult. A little bit delayed, though, but it does force out a clean fight for Smoggy. Brings it to a 2-on-2. Chance for Paper X. They'd love to convert it. Reposition now for Forsaken all the way through tunnel. He's going to be hunting for a chance all the way round here. The op handed over to Devi. 26 health, though. He'd have to land the first shot towards main. We don't have any nano swarms for the plan. Time starting to run, though. Here the spike ticking, Forsaken, that lurk prior comes in handy. And there it is, shots found.
The Halls players were trying to drop back and make sure they couldn't get punished. And it all came down to Kankang following up on the breach ultimate with his Operator. He's good for it. This is a major swing, though. Coming into the final round, Paper X have got all the ults.
Oh. Plenty to work with. War chest filled up. Fast lane went right over the top. Cuts up towards the B side, but they are anchoring close. Here's a lockdown.
I love the idea of this. Forsaken was just controlling tunnel early, so that if EDG pushed this area, they'd get punished.
They're seeking to try and refight, but they're going to be caught up in this ult. Where is the force side as well? Worrying about it. Orbital strike towards the edge of the map.
Nobody got 2!
Nobody's grabbed it. 2 kills!
With a judge, a tree!
Just left it now. 3 players left standing for EDG to try and push this one back. There's Spike eventually starting to get planted. Final round of the first half.
Spike planted.
Damage is done. CGRS with the Rolling Thunder. He's stunned up close to the corner. Forced to use it, unleashes it, lets it rip straight across. And the fight's still taken. Not with the rifles, just the stingers. Damage as significantly done here to Forsaken and Jing. Single bullet. Gust of wind will be enough to bring them down. It's all down to that crossfire angle. Jing And now about the timing that he takes, anticipating it, the second play, he knows he's at dicey. Here's the footsteps, but he just cannot win it. Smoggy
of this half, anywhere from a 9-3 in EDG's favor to being Paper X recovering the half and it ending 7-5, where a pistol would have sent us back into it being an even match.
Players grouped up. It's going to be a clash early on. Forsaken. Does he seek to use some util? I mean, not quite. It's a counter play.
God, that's
they bait them in and strike them back.
Oh my God! Off Chishu's turret contact, they wait like 3 seconds to make sure that they'd committed and then catch them. Oh, it's sickeningly good. The ideas and the execution are all on point for Edward Gaming.
Yeah, and this is the kind of evolution of this team that we've been discussing. They're no longer such an all-in team. All aim, no brain, even though nobody is going across the ropes right now looking for the reflank. But that's going to be paying off a little bit later. The post-plan positioning is just way too good right now. Clearance to tower. Have to use a flash for it. It falls though. First nice level shot. To it. A tap onto the defuse. Where is the util to push them away? Stuck onto it halfway already. There needs to be some form of damage being done, and there it is, the collapse.
Able to generate a couple of picks and have post-plant ideas. They're just... Ever since they got over that mental hurdle of getting their first win at a global event, everybody on Paper X is on A. A pure gamble.
Up. Yeah, it is a massive gamble.
There.
Gonna pray to convert, get a couple of kills here.
And look at the way that EDG are going.
Opposite direction. EDG happy to slow this one down, but are they gonna hear this? This rush, this Tempest is coming straight towards them, even if it is Classics, it's still Paper X. These guys can aim, divide, not wasting any time, straight across the ropes, fault line, into the side, into the corner, that's to try and set them up here. ADS with the Bulldog, gonna try and beam them all down, and that's exactly what Chichu will do. Seeks to collapse.
Meanwhile, nobody just ran in through Dish, took the whole of the A site, and flanks through.
He's like, guys, I cleared it out, it's free.
Devi is left in a 1v3 and a Bulldog to his name. They don't know where he's positioned, so it's a little scary here for EDG. They've got to hold hands to start with, but Devi's not going to be in danger for quite a while.
Trailblazer should be spotting him out, maybe dodging it. Yeah, expires, so doesn't give an indicator, but the tower will be watching for the peek from main. Double up towards default. It's a high-low setup on top of that, so EDG have plenty of layers here. The stun did miss though. Isolates the fight enough for just the one. It's the scoreline we're looking at, staring at.
Yeah, and if Paper X had won the pistol, maybe you could believe in some kind of comeback. I think that...
So barriers dropping down.
Here's Paper X going for their anti-Killjoy setup.
Satchel and a smoke.
They send the wall out from tower, and they wrap Forsaken underneath. If EDG have been watching any level of VODs of Paper X playing, to be honest, on this map, they'll know roughly that the entirety of the B site has been taken.
That's probably why they were playing it so slowly. There's a flash to the side, no connection from nobody. They don't actually have any semblance of the A site.
But look at
the A
this.
Hall's control, now they're already rotating off.
Yeah, love it from Haodong. He's called a re-clear of tree as they drag everybody on Paper X over to the A side. Nobody's got to avoid getting punished here.
Wants to stand his ground.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
That to the open, yeah. Not a favored fight. Bulldog versus the rifle. There's a lockdown though. They don't have control B main. There is no flank threatened from Paper X. They actually don't have any tools really to take out this lockdown, so the site's going to be cleared out. Should be able to get the plant down.
Haodong with a molly. Smoggy still has Aftershock. We've got Chishu possibly with Nanoswarm lineups, although at the moment he's in tunnel.
Comes down to hitting these shots for Paper X. Starting to flood back in now. It's a flash, sets them up. I heard a satchel at play. Chichu with his flank timing. Forsaken staring up towards the ceiling on top of the ropes. Well, no kill found. Chichu's running and got him, man. Fully accurate. Why not? Trying to push them and punish them out of tower, but it's that.
And Chishu there really delivers. The timing immaculate on Forsaken. And a bit dodgy on Mind Freak, but swapping things up entirely. Playing a 4-1 setup on the other side, avoiding the south side crunch.
There's a turret, spots that Jing, they know exactly what's going on.
How have they read that?
A Halls has been taken up here by Chichu. He is alone though. There was no squeeze on the other side. And yeah, just anticipating it. The fast play towards it, already onto the side. There's a satchel play over the top here. Dash from Kang. No one clear in that corner. Skips and hops though, breaks across their placement just enough for these kills and still anchoring towards the back. That's the buy out the smoke. They thought the molly was safe. Okay, paper.
EDG possibly with a read on the fact that a Southside Crunch was coming there, or maybe just a little lucky with where they position their players.
Smoke's down.
Oh, here we go. There's the first kill for you. Kang just taking a straight-up duel towards Halls. Jing goes down.
And that's certainly going to slow the pace. Having said that, though, Forsaken certainly making his presence known towards Tree. Normally, that's baited out EDG going for a re-clear at about the minute mark. But Forsaken's not sticking around to find out.
It's going to be that re-clear like you were talking about. Towards B-Tree, nobody. Oh, almost punishing that jump spot, but he might get punished himself. Shots just quite land there for Forsaken. He still seeks to try and squeeze and put the punish onto him. CGRS was right behind him. That's the reason why. Kang moving forwards inside of his own smoke. The shorty, that is the perfect range for it. So cleaning up the jet player. Taking a wide face as well into this. Forsaken seeking as well to do some damage. Orbital strike, lay it on top.
Forsaken or Jing, either of the two duelists needs to be dominating in the same kind of fashion that Kamkar was dominating the first half. They need to position again. EDG love to play 4-1 with their initiator on that side of the map. I don't think nobody's being respectful enough.
Howdong's fallen early there just from the rifle spam setting it up. CGRS is keen to take a fight. Dodged a flash right into it. Weaker weaponry. Couldn't offset that aggression. Couldn't push it back, and yet nobody.
Northside Crunch here because Shishu has his lockdown. So they want to try and take control of an area of the map and play retake B.
I've got your trail.
No intention from EDG to play there.
Yeah, not at all.
Seeker spotting out a lot of presence over towards drop.
Look at this.
They're in their spawn.
Yeah, nobody and Kankan going for an exploration.
Yeah. Divide seems to be aware of this one. I mean, it's just jiggling the angle, holding close towards it, but A has been granted to them, so Howdong's getting that plant off.
I mean, I love this idea. You flash off Kankan's contact and try and collapse on the players in spawn.
Even just a flash straight up. I mean, that didn't tag onto absolutely anybody here. Still nobody takes the fight. They are being squeezed. They've lost control of drop close to the corner. It's really nice movement from Divide. Opens that one up. There's the other flash. Jing ready to dodge and receive. Over to strike round the side here. Up to the Horse players, but they are weak. It's them against 4. Stun gonna be catching, gliding, flick to the side. Shorty up close, brought it to just the two of them down. Can't hit the spray down. Howdong will fall. Paper grabbing another. It's the backbreaker, isn't it?
It absolutely is. This setup, I like the idea of it. Why nobody decided to flash and give away that they had some kind of aggression there, I'm not quite sure.
With about 1,000 in the bank, they should still be able to buy for next. So there is some danger in the round here for EDG. That's Forsaken. But how does he anticipate that?
He was just aiming for the
turret. Right.
Howdong decided to body block for the turret, I suppose.
We're seeking to burst out of the smoke, but losing a player because of it. Howdong at that. You don't have smokes now to burst your way into any of these sides. Still standing. Forsaken. Are you really seeking to try and take a fight here? Yeah, lining up for him, but a flash pushing him back. Kang around the side.
What
It's a glimpse of Mind Freak. Yeah, just can't quite win it. They gotta know he's here. There it is. It's cleaned up by Jing towards the backside of Arcade. Feeling it. Tap of the spike. It's a little bit all over the place. Might just be a bit of an aim duels round. Very wide swing. That sets up a nice little two-piece.
That's a big problem. Now Chishu has lockdown, and they know that they have tunnel control.
This does not have the ult for it.
This has gone from Paper X controlling the round really nicely, prodding at the extremities, to suddenly it might all be thrown away.
Yeah, and they've got to get out of there.
30 seconds
No
left.
detainment. The site's going to be granted to them. Cracked it open. Nobody. That's going to be going down. Still an aftershock online. A bit of spam into the common corner. But yeah, Smoggy can't quite wide face enough to try and offset it, to try and trade it. Has to play the crossfire setup. Chichu. So much emphasis on him to hit these shots and hit them well. Only the first. Nothing to be gained after that. Paper X.
Worrying about what that Killjoy ult can do. Unfortunate.
One enemy remaining.
ADG really were looking to just explode through that smoke and got caught.
2 rounds away from making it even. Stun. You're going to be holding this off of some form of contact. Jing's also there with a showstopper.
Yeah, it's the
Not
alarm
sure what
bot.
the indicator is.
But the alarm bot is so
It's
close
so
to
close,
them.
yeah. It can't be off that, surely.
It's either going to go incredibly or terribly for
Well, here we go.
Paper-Rex.
Pay attention to Jing. Here's the alarm bot. Here's the stun. This is to the side. It's run and gun in action. Up close. Dash to disengage. Spike has been dropped. Flash in his face. Kankan could not dodge it in time. So the trap play, it pays off massively. Left up to Chichu. Nobody.
Bomb grenade out.
They lay claim to the side. They get themselves into position, but they still don't have that spike. And
And how would they get it back? A jump-up drop? I mean, when are you ever going to be favored taking a duel like that? And the big reason that that trap play works is because Kankan takes a step back away from the alarm bot instead of going forwards through it.
There's the timing, though.
Could this still be winnable?
They've actually just lurked themselves into the spawn. I mean, 37 seconds left. They know that they have to push up towards drop.
And there's no flashes. How do they get up here?
Has to be broken. CGRS
30
once more
seconds
holding that util, waiting for some sort of timing. Here's an alarm bot.
Satchel out.
Holding for the fault line. Jing seeking to delay with the satchels. It would have to be just an absolute miracle in terms of shots being landed. EDG still doubled up, hoping that somebody will walk into them. Here's a flash, jumping right up to the top, but again, yeah, not set up for it. So Jing.
Alarm bot, and one of his teammates breaks it, and he's able to, shoot Jing.
A.
He's essentially right on top of all of the Paper-Rex players. Nevertheless, that went perfectly as visualized by Paper-Rex as they towards tree.
Yeah. They're not worried, are they? But they're going up against the half-bite. Stuns. No way! Jing, your movement is just impeccable. It's up to EDG to take up the space quickly. Rapid is the approach. Through halls. Dash is active. But they are feeling the hurt from that one. They're going to be left reeling. Such clean movement. Door opens up towards Sand. Fights there. Kang. No adjustment with the aim. Can't hit the transfer. It was an impossible shot for it, so it's traded still. Jing left alive. This guy turning into an absolute raid boss.
A 2v3 for EDG. I feel like so many of these rounds have come down to moments like this.
Door opens up. Flash into Sand. Spike's dropped though into Vi. Of course he takes it.
Winning it out. A great idea, this. We've seen it a few times. Seems a bit ambitious on an eco, on an anti-eco, but it looks absolutely beautiful.
An ability to close some of them out. Stuns traded.
I've got your trail.
Util seeking to equalize. Rolling Thunder catches onto Kang. There won't be any follow-up. There's a nade used prior, so Jing just using it to delay. Pushed all the way through. Nobody. He does claim Sand control the updraft play as well, giving up the side entirely. What is the call by Paper-Rex? They seek to fight towards Sand. The potential's there. Holding inside the smoke for now. A-Hall's control going to be theirs. Lockdown in play. What comes down to the timings? Kang gets away with that one. Breaking the timing as well. There won't be any detainment, so he's going to be scot-free, but it has given up a lot of the site. Spike was planted. There's a huge flank and wrap around by Chichu while all this is happening, so he needs to get a bit of a jog on and a bit of a move on. Paper-Rex across the site. Damage being done to a few of them here. Fault line to try and set them up once more, but they're winning their Angels out. And Chichu was found, caught in the moment. It's up to Smoggy. He's low enough. Forsaken just sticking it. They can spam the angle down. This is Paper-Rex.
At no point did Paper-Rex stop believing, it seems. That's an excellent shot too. But to think that even in this scenario, overtime.
Operator purchased. He's pre-aiming it. Anticipating the same play. Showstopper from Jing. Close to the corner though. Reactions! And shutting him down. No rocket fired.
Forsaken was going for the
jump
same
on the box.
He was going for the same angle again. I cannot believe it.
He might go for the repeat. Oh my, the reactions. Narrowly missed. Just unable to hit that shot, but he knows that there's some emphasis and pressure being applied there to the corner. Forsaken still takes the fight. All popped off.
And Kankan heavily punished for that little crosshair wiggle that he loves to do.
Here's Sand control, doubled up. Paper-Rex looking to try and bring this one over the line. Now, 1 kill found, damage done to Chichu, but there is that trade still, 3 versus 3. Positioning's theirs, no side control. Halls, it's all been slowed down. 50 seconds in the round. There's time to do so. Lockdown in play for Chichu. When does he seek to use it though? Mindfreak repositions himself to a hard anchor spot just behind default here. Here's the lockdown being used close. Mindfreak now, he'll be hunting for a chance to get a kill. You can't reposition from this. He's locked out in the open. Buying time, flashes exchanged, 2 seconds remaining. Strikes back and gets the one. 2 versus 2, plant now. Time going to be bought. The Paper X.
Forsaken on the flank.
On the verge here. And this flank's going to be huge for them. One more round to bring it over the line. EDG desperate to cling on for a chance of OT. Players are weak. Turret, third to the side. Forsaken doesn't want to give away his positioning, not yet. The longer you play this, the worse it's going to look. Finally, a timing's taken. Forsaken. The jump, the jiggle, spots it out, baits out the shot. They know they're there, but they double up the fight anyway. EDG, the potential to win this one is within their grasp, and with shots like that.
Because at the final hurdle, when everything is eventually on the line, they're then able to win. It's like they need the pressure. It's like they need to be free, potentially looking to just counter-op Kankan, who isn't there, by the way, he's in halls.
Trailblazer's going to be used to carve out a path, get some information into halls. Nobody taking that space because they hear the boom bot towards drop, knowing that it's compromised. Paper X not going all in into one section of the map, just a little bit of poking and prodding.
They fought to get Jing the orb. I wonder if they're trying to set up for something like that.
Divide this whole time has been holding onto tree control with that operator. So Paper X can go back into this knowing that nobody's wrapped around towards tunnel. Re-clearance necessary towards arcade, but they're still opting to just contact plays, man. Tilda up close, now you see it. Nade flying past, along with the stun to set it up. The goal going to be to try and take that tower's control. Clean movement again off the ropes. Chichu is there onto the corner. Can he even get one? Back towards it. Needs to land the shots as well. It's traded out with the rifles and not anticipating that CGRS would be a third line of defense. Divide catching the rotations. All down to Smoggy. Turret sees him. It's a 1v3. Quick dodge of the flash. This guy has been a savior for EDG. Can he really overcome this? Baits out the ops shot. Finds a clean fight, but
Paper X have a very different idea. Dish pressure, go back into an arcade split, overwhelm Shishu, playing hard anchor, like we talk about. Ranger again on the defense side, again towards Tree, giving his team information, but that info is that there's no one there. Paper X and north side crunching into them.
Meaning a match! It's rifles and lead. And Fire and Fury exchange on the north side of the map. Just the containment being the playbook for EDG. It works out. Comes at 3-3. No real advantage to either side here, but a bit of a scramble for Paper X on their defensive side. They've lost a lot of control of the map.
Seekers.
Yeah,
Nobody got both of those 2 kills, and now he's got the ult orb for Seekers online. This could be monumental to allow Kankan to have impact on the lurk. It's going to tell him exactly where these players are, and more importantly, perhaps where they're not.
All the Seekers leading their way over towards B here. Do they still want to try and commit into the side? It looks likely, doesn't it? There's a stun. Should be caught with that one. Divide still with the operator. Shorty up close. CGRS unable to find that kill and claim it through the smokes. Kankan wants to take the timing, wants to take the fight straight to them, but Mindfreak shuts it down. Spike out in the open. It's nobody in a 1v2. This is for the map. For EDG, a chance to once more extend the play of OT. It's been given free rein towards the site. An open plant. Hoping to isolate the fight once more. Tap onto it. Sees the shoulder, sees the util. Is he going to expect it? Time still running short. Divide hitting the shot and closing out.